Can you take us back to the moment you fell in love with music? What was that spark?
That's such a tough question to answer because I'm the last of 4 children from my parents, and all of them, from my dad, my 2 sisters, my brother, everybody loves music. My mom as well. So I guess I was born into it. They would always listen to what they liked. My father would bring old Kofi Olomide, Kanda Bongoma, Shima Peters. My sisters loved R&B. My brother, R&B, hip hop. So like, I don't think I really had a choice. From a very, very young age in primary school, I was the most enthusiastic one about music class. You see me and my flute and my recorder making noise all over my entire estate. I'm sure they suffered. I mean, it's paying off now. I appreciate you for your sacrifice, but it's always been there. When did I decide to pursue it fully? I think I was in secondary school, maybe SS1, SS2. And nothing else was really making sense to me anymore. I mean, I had the brains for it, but my heart was elsewhere and followed that. That's it, basically.
What's the story behind the name Chillo?
The story behind the name Chillo is interesting. I'll say that because for the longest you've known me as Chills, but Chills is such a name. I don't want to say common, but like there are a lot of people that want to be Chills, and having been that guy for a long time, I felt like it was time to evolve, move on to something else that still represents who I feel like I am in this moment. And Chillo, for my first name, Onomen. So that's how we just joined both of them together. Chillo was born.
You've worked with some of the biggest names in the industry. What's your creative process when working with an artist?
Different artists, different need. And what I usually do by myself is follow the thread. So if it's the melody that comes first, put down that melody and then build on it. But the only thing that's kind of constant is most times I finish the beat around what the artist has already done. But apart from that, I don't really have any brick and mortar. We must do the foundation of the house first, and then whatever comes first is what I deal with first, and then we'll go from there.
What makes a great Afrobeat production stand out in today's industry?
For production to stand out now, you have to bring a certain new element that we haven't really heard before, or play on nostalgic elements and do them in a new, fresh way. Because everybody is looking for the new sound. Everybody is looking to be fresh. You have to excite your listeners' ears. And one sure way to do that is add a new element. Someone that does this very well is SARS. Shout out to SARS. Shout out to Mastercraft. Sure, I'm a piano Pepe. He took it a lot of different ways, used I'm a piano in high life, fused a lot of things. And then, that's what keeps the industry evolving and moving forward and reaching greater heights. Without evolution, you stay in the same place. Pretty much. Simple English.
Is there any misconception about Afrobeat producers that you want to clear up?
No. There's no misconception I want to clear up regarding Afrobeat producers because, one, there's no smoke without fire. 2, it's not really music related, the one that comes to my mind. So people should just behave yourselves. That's all I say.
If you could change one thing about the Nigerian music industry, what would it be?
That thing I would change about Afrobeat industry would be more structure and clarity. A lot of producers or even artists end up signing deals that they don't really understand, and people get into trouble 2 or 3 years down the line. Some people, sign away their royalties and stuff like that. That which shouldn't be. Not blaming anybody. Never a victim. It's your own decision to get the knowledge and make sure that works for you. But try to educate yourself, and then let's stop fighting structure. Basically, it will help everybody down the line.
What's the
2 cents? Fight you. Come in peace.
What's the craziest or funniest studio session you've ever had?
That has to be either with Falz or Falz and Zlatan, because when I work with Falz, we have a lot of fun. It feels like we're just playing, but then again, when I'm making music, and I know I have some recordings, I have some footage somewhere that one day will be released, and you will laugh with me. It's usually vibes, usually very fun when I work with Falz.
What advice would you give to upcoming producers trying to break into the Afrobeat scene?
First of all, everybody's story is different. Trust yourself, trust the process. Don't rush. Don't try to cut corners too much. And then you should know the rules. Learn the rules so you can break the rules. Yeah. Hard work, discipline, consistency. There are no 3 ways about it. No 4 ways about it. You have to keep putting in the work day in, day out.
How do you deal with beat block or creative burnout?
With beat block, that's an interesting question. But with me, it's a bit different because there are multiple things that I do. I don't only produce. because I also write music for artists. I also like sing my own stuff. So if production is being funny, we'll find another place like that. Sometimes a good break will help as well. Listening to other genres that you usually won't listen to. Go and listen to, some music out of India for like maybe in the next 1 week or two. Get some new ideas that you can put into what you're doing currently. Like one of my guys will say, creativity is 90% research and 10% what you do with it. So research.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received about music or life?
I don't know about best, but I'll say one thing that rings true is probably from my primary 5 teacher. And one thing he always used to tell us was there's no shortcut to success. So hard work and discipline, that's shaped my thinking. I've applied it in my life and it's getting results. So yeah.
What legacy do you want to leave in the music industry?
That's a good question. I don't think I've thought about that, but I would say when people listen to my music or refer to my music or music I've been involved in, I want them to feel the emotion. I want them to feel soul. I want them to really, really feel and connect. And I want to be the guy that wasn't scared to try it and been doing it so far. Thank God.
Would you rather make one classic album or 10 commercially successful singles?
I'd rather do both. I'd rather have the classic album and 10 successful hit singles. But like I said, as long as the emotion there is pure, you feel something. But I really, really enjoy classic projects. Maybe it's because I've worked with the likes of MI and Falz who really, really put thoughts and efforts behind the things that they put out, the bodies of work. I really, really enjoy, a well thought out project.
Would you rather have a Grammy or a song that goes viral worldwide?
Bro, that's a good question. There's no reason why it can't be both. I would say it's impossible to pick, man. It's both. I'm sorry. It's both. I can't pick. Let the song go viral globally and then win the Grammy. How about that? When win, Abi? Nice one. Pleasure doing business with you.
Which music out there you would have loved to be the one who produced it?
There are a few songs that fall into that category. We shout out to people like London. I feel like Ozeba by Rema and Colossa by Oxley. Those songs really embody their respective vibes, their own energy. That's really, really dope. I think I appreciate those songs a lot. There's more. In fact, if we go back as far back as a decade, we'll have even Phil Key's song with Kiss Daniel as well. Quite a few songs in that category. Dr. Set really, really inspires me as well. Willie, there are a lot of dope guys, man, that make dope music that I would have loved to make. But yeah.
$100 million to charity or $10 million to you?
$10 million to me. I'll flip the money. Then I'll give charity 100 million within 3 years. Win-win. Everybody's happy. Listen, you don't judge.
If there was an emergency and you had to only take one single thing out of the studio before the studio crash out, what is the one single item or equipment you would take out of the studio?
I'll take my hard drive. Everything else can roast. But if my laptop bag is already packed, my laptop inside. Now one thing, is it 2 things? I'll take my laptop back. But yeah, like the hard drive contains everything, so I have to hire security now.
One last word for every aspiring music creative out there all over the world.
It's the same thing. Persistence, consistency, what's it called again? Discipline. Very, very important, because you get to make music on your own time. You forget that it's a job sometimes. It's a fun thing to do, but like if you don't give it the due attention, I'm so sorry. Yeah, and belief yourself.
Before we go, do you have any project coming soon that we should watch out for?
Yes, watch this space. My handles are the same. Chills himself, CHILLZHIMSELF. We should be announcing some exciting stuff from this year onward. Yeah, Q2.